Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Slay the Spire. This game is in early access right now, so it's not quite complete, but it is very addictive, and I spent a bit more time on this game than I care to admit. So let's go ahead and play. We have two characters start off here. This is the Ironclad, this is the Silent. We're going to play as the Ironclad. I'm most confident with the Ironclad. I've beaten the game as both before, but I like the Ironclad. I spent way more time with him than I have with her. So we start the game in Exordium, and we're speaking to this whale thing. Greetings, talk, choose. So what's going on here? Immediately as we get in, because I managed to beat the first floor boss in my last run that I did of this off camera, we get a choice of these options here. So we can transform a card. This is our deck, by the way. We have a bunch of strikes, we have a bunch of defense, and we have one bash. Bash works well with strikes, but it does cost 2. We start off with 3 energy every turn, so we need to be mindful of that. We can transform a card, transform one of the cards in our deck into another card. We can obtain a random common relic, transform 2 cards, but obtain a curse. Sorry if you can hear my cat purring as well, she is very close to the microphone right now. Or we can lose our starting relic and obtain a random boss relic. This one I like doing, actually, but I know it's not conducive to actually like good runs most of the time. So we have up here Burning Blood. At the end of each combat, heal for 6 HP. So what am I going to do? I would like to go ahead and obtain a random common relic. We gained Singing Bowl. Whenever we skip a card reward, increase max hit points by 2. Alright, so this is the map. We go ahead and we start off from one of these locations here, and we can see the path ahead of us. There's a ledger over here, and we have all of these things up until we get to the big boss at the end of the floor, which is one boss out of a set number of bosses. So when deciding where to go through, I like to take the path with the most question marks. And right now, that gives me 3 question marks over here. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this start over here. So this is now the combat of Slay the Spire here. We're fighting against this thing. It's a cultist. It is strategic. The enemy intends to use a buff this turn. So these are the enemy's intents. So it's going to use the buff. It's not going to attack us. It's just going to increase its own stats. I want to go ahead and bash, apply 8 damage and 2 vulnerable. Vulnerable, as you can see here, they take 50% more damage from attacks for 2 turns. So this card here, instead of dealing 6 damage, is going to deal 9. Alright, we're going to go ahead and end turn. This is our energy bar down here. And you'll notice, this here is the amount of cards in our deck, and this here is the amount of cards in our graveyard. We discard our entire hand at the end of each turn, and then we draw 5 cards. We have no more cards in our deck. But wait, doesn't that mean that you normally deck out if you have no more cards in your deck? Well, just wait and see. Hold your horses. We're going to go ahead and defend. I'm not going to defend twice because he's only going to deal 1 damage to me. We have 5 block. He's got 6 damage. We're going to heal for 6 at the end of the combat. So we can use this turn to deal as much damage to this thing as we can. So he's going to hit us. And as you see, we have no cards, but take a look at this. All of our cards in our discard pile then become our deck. Alright, so he's going to deal 9 damage to us. I can deal 8 plus 9, which is 17. So I can actually kill him on this turn. There we go. We managed to get that, and we didn't lose any hit points. We get a fire potion as well, which spawns up here, and we can use it as a one-time use. At the end of each turn or combat, we also get a random card that we can pick. What do we want to do here? Shockwave is pretty good. I like Shockwave. Infernal Blade is also pretty fun. Shockwave, we might be able to get Shockwave. Shockwave applies 3 weak and vulnerable to all enemies, but it exhausts itself. Exhaust means that once you use it, it doesn't come back to you until the start of the next combat. But that should be fine. Question marks are events like these, so we come across the Golden Idol. You come across an inconspicuous pedestal with a shining golden idol sitting peacefully atop. It looks incredibly valuable. You sure don't see any traps nearby? Let's take it and trigger a trap. As you grab the idol and stow it away, a giant boulder smashes through the ceiling into the ground next to you. You realize that the floor is slanted downwards as the boulder starts to roll towards you. We can outrun it, become cursed, and gain an injury, which is a card that's added to our deck, but as you can see, it's unplayable, so we don't want that. We can go ahead and be smashed by it and take 20 damage, or we can hide and lose 6 maximum HP. We're going to go ahead and take the damage. if all goes well in the next 6, 12, 18, 20, like 4 combats, we'll be able to heal ourselves all the way. But we did manage to gain another artifact or relic here. Enemies drop 25% more gold. Since we have that now, I don't think we really want to take the question mark, but I'm going to take more question marks anyway. I saw that there are more monsters on the other path. A strange blue humanoid with a golden helm, approaches you with a huge smile. Hello friend, I am Cleric, are you interested in my services? The creature shouts loudly. So we can heal, lose 35 gold, or heal for 20. That basically means we spent 35 gold for the golden idol, which is pretty good. We're gonna make 35 gold back, so let's go ahead and do that. We're also getting a bit closer to the boss every time. As you can see, we're now on the 4th floor. We're fighting a few louses here. Now these creatures have an ability called Curl Up. When they take damage, they gain that green number there in block. Alright, so what are we gonna do here? I want a Shockwave. This will apply 3 weakened vulnerable, which means they take 50% more damage and they deal 50% less damage. So it doesn't look like we can afford to block all of this damage here. We didn't start with any blocks. So we're just going to go ahead and deal as much damage as we can. We can hopefully get rid of this louse on the next turn. Yeah, ouch. Alright. Fortunately we did heal up, but I'm not too bothered about my hit points really. It is a resource, but it's a long-term resource. When you start up at the start of the game, it's not too much of a bother. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna cripple that creature. I'm gonna do... Oops. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. But I miscalculated anyway. I thought I could bash and then use 2 cards, but I could only bash and use 1 card. So that was my mistake there. I was trying to kill this thing and then block this thing's attack. But it looks like these things aren't going to do any more attacking this turn. So we have 1. We gain another 6 HP. And we gain a regen potion. This is our 2nd potion. And we get another card in our deck. Sever Soul, Headbutt, Thunderclap. Thunderclap I like. Headbutt is pretty interesting as well. I'm going to take Headbutt. Headbutt, what that does... Sorry, I'm not letting you guys read these. Deal 9 damage, place a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. So that's good if you want to draw into a certain card next turn. Now we have a choice. We have a choice between a regular monster, an elite monster, and then rest, or we can go question mark, rest, monster, question mark. I would rather go through the elite. The elite is a more difficult creature to fight, but if you kill it, you do get a relic of your own. Alright, 6, 12, we can actually kill this thing outright. Bam and bam. And then we might as well go ahead and deal more damage to this thing over here. Should we use our regen potion? I don't think we're going to get much use out of the regen potion. Let's see, is the elite's after this one? It is. Alright, end turn. Gonna lick, which is going to give me weakness, which means I deal 25% less damage. That's not good. Because now I can only deal 8 damage to him. It does last for 1 turn. I'm going to defend, and then I'm going to strike and strike. Get this thing's HP down. It's only going to deal 2 damage to us, but we can recover that. We gain 4 HP at the end of the combat overall. Alright. Bash and Headbutt. Bash will do... apply 2 vulnerable. Will deal 8 damage. Yeah, that gets us the win. Absolutely. Alright, we're now at 77 hit points. Let's go ahead and grab this. We get Body Slam, Drop Kick, and Sever Soul. How many cards do we have that deals vulnerable? We have 2 cards that deal vulnerable, so Drop Kick doesn't look like a bad pick. Let's go for it. You notice that I'm not making any use of my Singing Bowl right now. Max HP, I'm not really too sure how viable or important max HP is. Alright, so we have these individuals in front of us. I was about to say kindly gentlemen to sound a bit sarcastic at my entertainment level at seeing these guys. We're going to go ahead and... Alright, from my practice, I do know, or from all the runs I've done, I do know when these things have strategic over their head, this green swirl here, that means that they're going to inflict daze on us, which means they're going to add a few daze cards into our deck. I'm going to want to fireball this creature back here. 6, 12, 18, and then we can just kill it. I'd rather take the dazes than be damaged right now. If we can get out of an elite fight without taking any damage, that's a win for me. I couldn't be more happier with that. Alright, now we have 816 damage. We're going to go ahead and trigger our regen potion. We should do Shockwave. Apply 3 weak and vulnerable. That's going to just apply vulnerable to these guys. We're going to Shockwave and defend. Yeah, the way that their artifact, their ability that they had here before, the yellow cog, I think it was? Or maybe it was green, I can't remember. Is whenever they take a debuff, they instead don't take the debuff, but they do get the artifact removed. Since that card that we just played, where is it? Oh, it exhausted itself. Shockwave. Since that had already, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and vulnerable this dude. So that's gonna deal 12. We gain. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with it. Let's do that. Let's do a drop kick. We're gonna gain 7, gain 1 energy because of drop kick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and headbutt. And we're going to go ahead and regain dropkick, because these things are still going to be dazed for the next turn, or not dazed, vulnerable. Because Shockwave applied 2 effects, they ignored the first effect thanks to the artifact, and then they took the second effect. So we gained 4 days. That's in our discard pile, but we did draw 2 right now. This is fine though. We can go ahead and strike this creature and get that over and done with. We're going to go ahead and dropkick this man. And then we can go ahead and defend for the rest. Now dazed, they're unplayable and ethereal, which means at the end of my turn, they just exhaust themselves. So they go away, they do not return to your discard pile or to your deck. Alright, I think this combat is actually going pretty well. Really all we can do here is go ahead and strike and strike. He's not going to deal any damage, so playing the defends isn't going to help us out too much. Defends only last, or blocks, sorry. It only lasts for 1 turn unless you have a special effect that says otherwise. That's going to deal 8, bringing down to 8. Yeah, we win. I'm sorry to say this, whatever you guys were. Man, that was pretty good. Curse cards can now be played. Playing a curse will make you lose 1 HP and exhaust the card. That sounds interesting. So we don't need to worry about picking up curses too much. Or as much, should I say. Whenever you lose HP from a card, gain 1 strength. That might be useful with Blue Candle. I'm gonna go for it. Then let's go ahead and take a rest. When we're at a rest site, we can either rest, heal 30% of my max HP, which is 24. We're already at max HP because we're just so darn amazing. Or we can go ahead and smith, which upgrades a card in our deck. These are the cards that we can upgrade. I would like to upgrade, let's see. Headbutt deals 12 damage. Shockwave applies 5 weaken vulnerable to all enemies and then exhausts. Dropkick deals 8 damage. Might want to go for Rupture. Right now we don't really have any cards that take away hit points from us. So I might just go with Shockwave here. Shockwave will help Dropkick be more playable, because the vulnerable lasts for more turns. Alright. The last question mark here, we are going to be fighting fungal beasts. It took me a while to realize what these things were. They're dead rats upside down with mushroom growing out of them. Alright, going to take 6 damage here. Let's go ahead and do this. I want to get this creature down as much hit points as possible, because I know it's going to go ahead and use Grow and give itself strength, which increases the damage that it does. Yeah, it granted itself 3 strength, which means all of its attacks deal 3 more damage. We go ahead and take 1 damage here, but I'm perfectly fine with that. We can... Should we shouldn't use Rupture right now. Let's go... What cards in the discard pile do we have? Let's do... Strike. Headbutt. And give ourselves back a strike. And I guess, like, we might as well play Rupture. I know it's not going to be useful for us at all right now, but it should be feasible. Alright, Dropkick. We can bash, Dropkick. Bash, Dropkick. We get another card, and we gain 1 energy. He is still vulnerable, so this is going to kill him. Oh man, we are so amazing! Haha! Oh, I love this. Alright, we gain Iron Wave, Inflame, and True Grit. Gain 7 block, exhaust a random card. None of them deal damage to us. We can inflame. Or we can Iron Wave. Iron Wave gives us both... It's like a weaker strike, but also acts as a block. And we can cycle that with Headbutt. So let's do that. Now we have 3 chests in front of us. The significance of picking one of these 3 is only what path that it allows us to take. So this path we have a shop, monster, question mark, monster, monster, arrest. Over here we have more choices, and in fact these 2 pretty much give the same outcome, which is question mark, that leads to this path or this path. What do we want to do? I wouldn't mind fighting this elite over here to gain another one of these, but I would like to also get some question marks. So yeah, I guess the best path to take would be along this road. We gain 24 gold and a bag of marbles, which applies 1 vulnerable to all enemies at the start of the game. That's great. At the start of the combat, should I say. I have a bit of a itchy nose here, so if I have to go away and like blow my nose or something, I'll let you know. Alright, we encountered Scrap Ooze. As you walk into the room, you hear a gurgling and the grinding of metals. Before you is a slime-like creature that ate too much scrap for its own good. From the center of the creature, you see glints of strange light. Perhaps something magical? It looks like you can get some treasure if you just reach inside its opening. However, the acid and sharp objects may hurt. Let's do it. Ouch! All you find is corroded metal and a bit of burning pain. However, you are still convinced there is a relic. Let's do it again. Success! After rummaging through the metal and burning acid, you finally grab hold of a relic, and you yank it out. You pull your way out of the ooze, damaged but rewarded. Right, give me a second here while I sort out my nose. Alright, so we gained Mummified Hand. Whenever you play a power, a random card in your hand costs 0 for the rest of the turn. Rest of the turn? Okay. That would have been great if it was for the rest of the combat. We can rest? We don't want to rest. Even though we took damage, let's go ahead and take this this battle here. And it's a looter. Looter, they take 15 gold from you every time they attack, regardless of whether or not you defended against it successfully. So what are we doing? We want to maximize the amount of damage we do as much as possible. He's going to deal 10 damage to us, or 5 damage. I should have played another defend, I guess. Alright, he's going to deal another 10 damage to us. We can go ahead and Shockwave, Dropkick. Do Shockwave, Dropkick. And we can't Headbutt. We can Headbutt. Let's Headbutt, and let's bring back our Dropkick. Alright, we're going to take another 7 points of damage, but this should be perfectly fine, I reckon. Alright, and sorry for those 2 black screens there. I need to go ahead and put a hotkey button onto my my mute button. So let's see, we have aggressive. Yeah, we win. Right here, boom, bang, bada bing. Okay, maybe not. I was getting a bit too ahead of myself. We go ahead and heal for 6. We take back our 30 gold that's been stolen from us. And we get to add another card to our hand. We can go Thunderclap and Dropkick. Let's go ahead and get another Dropkick. I like Dropkick. We're developing something of a Dropkick engine here. We're going to go ahead and drop by the shop here. Let's see what we can get. Apply 2 vulnerable. Apotheosis. Upgrade all cards for the rest of the combat. It costs 2. We get Exhaust, Reckless Charge, Pommel Strike. We can also gain this, Tiny Chest. You gain 30 gold and you're 10% more likely to find treasure in question mark rooms. I've never grabbed this. Let's grab it. Card removal service. Are there any cards we want to remove? I don't think so. Well, let's go ahead and get ourselves a Reckless Charge. No, don't want to get Reckless Charge. Even though it is free damage. Apply 2 vulnerable. Trip. That works with our engine actually. Let's do it. Let's take it. Alright, we're gonna get a bit screwed over by creatures that do we do question mark or do we do elite? Well, there's a question mark after the elite, so we're not going to miss out on anything if we go through the elite. Okay, so we have Goblin Knob here, which is a hilarious name, by the way. Alright, so what do we need to do? We might as well go ahead and play Rupture, I guess. Rupture... Why did that reduce Iron... Oh, because we have Mummified Hand! Of course, alright, let's do that. And then Strike, and then Dropkick. Oh, we gained Shockwave, huh? Why did we draw a card? What allowed us... Was he vulnerable already? Oh yeah, he's vulnerable already because of Bag of Marbles. Ah, okay. Well, we can't do anything with the amount of energy that we have right now. He's going to go and rage himself. Every time we play a skill, his strength increases by 2, which is pretty painful. So, what are we going to do? I want to drink this. I then want to go defend, strike, 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 dropkick. Deal a lot of damage, and we're only going to take 11 damage this turn. We might need to rest before we fight the final boss of this level. Okay. So we have Bash here. Let's go ahead and Bash. Let's go ahead and Headbutt. And we're going to want to take back our Drop Kick. He is going to be vulnerable for another turn, which is great. So we shouldn't anger him more by playing more Defend, which are skills. Or even that other ability that we had. Trip, I think it was? Yeah. Oh! Alright, Drop Kick, bam! Drop Kick, bam! Headbutt, bam! And if he didn't die from that, I would have just gained another Dropkick. We gain 30 gold, and we gain the Orichalcum Relic. If we end our turn without block, we gain 6 block. And what card should we add to our deck? At the end of your turn, gain 3 block. I think that might synergize with Orichalcum. If you end your turn, a green tinted metal of unknown origin, seemingly indestructible. Or we can go for Warcry. Warcry helps to speed up our deck a little bit. Warcry, I'm not sure if I should go for Warcry. Well, my engine is basically drop-kick the hell out of the enemy. And I could always use more draw to make sure I draw into more drop-kick, so let's do it. Let's go ahead and gain... Ooh, we gained... Whoa, hold on, that's amazing. Tiny Chest is triggered and gave us a chest, which gave us another relic, Pen Nib. Every 10th attack we do deals double damage. Alright, let's go in here. We're gonna have to go and rest, unfortunately. Because I don't trust myself with that low HP to fight this guy. And we're fighting the Guardian. Alright, the Guardian has a little niche here. Warcry, we should go ahead and Warcry up. We drew a Dropkick, which is great. I'm gonna put a Defend back on top of the deck. Then I'm going to go ahead and Dropkick. Gain another energy. Then I'm going to go ahead and Headbutt. And then I'm going to go ahead and Trip. And I don't need to play anything else this turn, so we're just going to see what he does. Charging up. Destroy, destroy. 32 damage! Oh ho ho! Well, my good friend, it looks like you're in a bit of a problem here. We do a drop kick, inflict 7 damage. We draw another card. Maybe we're the ones in trouble. No, we're not. That deals 6, 5, 4, and then we deal 10 damage with this strike, bring them down to mode shift mode. So let's do strike, strike. There we go. He's changed into a defensive form, and then we might as well just play Rupture right now. That gave us a free ability. I need to remember that we have Mummified Hand. Our powers causes a random card in our hands, costs 0 for the rest of the turn. So maybe we should invest in more powers next time. Alright, now he has Sharp Hide on him. Which means whenever we attack him, we take 3 points of damage ourselves. But we're gonna just go ahead and power on through this. I wanna go do Iron Wave to finish this off. Alright. Iron Wave, probably not the best ability to use, to be honest. Because if we didn't defend, we would have gained ourselves Orichalcum. Alright. So he's going to deal 16 points of damage to us. I'm going to go ahead and apply Shockwave to him, which means he's going to now only deal 12 damage, which means I'm going to attack him once more. I'm going to take more damage, but I'm only going to take 6 points of damage from this attack, and he's going to mode shift back. The one ability that I don't want to see him using, is that it? I guess that might be it. But we're going to go ahead and dropkick, we're going to go ahead and headbutt, we're going to go ahead and put dropkick back on top of our deck, we're going to go ahead and dropkick, and then we're going to draw another dropkick, and then we're going to go and play another dropkick. Oh, I love that combo. That combo is amazing. Even though he's now in defensive mode, he still hasn't put up, or he hasn't put up thorns yet. So we're going to go ahead and end this by applying even more vulnerable to him. You can see we have 8 vulnerable. That means it lasts for 8 turns, and he is going to, at the end of this turn, those numbers are going to be reduced to 7 and 3. Yeah. Alright, now he's going to go ahead and inflict some damage onto us. I want to... No, let's not play defend. We'll gain more if we don't play defend. I'm going to go ahead and play trip on him. And then I'm going to power through with some strikes, I think. We're getting pretty low on hit points. 3, 6, 9. That dealt 9 damage to us. Alright. We gained Orichalcum at the end of the turn, which means we're not going to take any damage from his hit, but we still took 9 damage this turn. We also need to be wary of Pendib as well. Alright, what do we still have in our deck? We still have Headbutt and Dropkick. He is still vulnerable. We are actually going to want to try to defend here. Although he is vulnerable. Let's Dropkick once. We gained another Dropkick. Let's Dropkick again. We gained a Headbutt. Excellent, Headbutt. That actually triggered Pendant as well. So we're going to go ahead and add another Dropkick back. And then we're just going to go ahead and defend. There we go. We're only going to take 2 more damage this turn. Alright, now he needs to take 50 points of damage before he does a mode shift. But I think we've got him this turn. We go ahead and dropkick, deal 7 points of damage to him. He needs to... what else? That's going to be 9, 18... that'd be 9, 18... 23 points of damage. That won't quite get us there. He's going to deal 20 points of damage to us in this turn. Well, 15 if we use Iron Wave. So let's... I just want to inflict as much damage to him as possible. We're going to win this, regardless of how much damage he actually deals to our hit points. Yeah, we've got this. We've actually won the first floor here. Unless we draw no strikes or anything that deals damage. But we did, fortunately. There we go. And we got through the first floor. That is amazing. Thank you guys for joining me. We're going to go ahead and see what rewards we have here. Brutality, Demon Form, and Juggernaut. Demon Form is a pretty potent ability, but it does cost 3. Brutality is probably my favorite one here. Let's take a look at our deck. We are running a Dropkick Headbutt synergy with Shockwave. So Brutality might be better because we have more chance of drawing into Shockwave. Drawing into Shockwave, Dropkick, and Headbutt. Alright, gonna see what relic we get here. We can get Runic Pyramid. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. Draw 1 less card each turn. Let's take a look and see what abilities we have. Bag of Marbles, Mummified Hand. We also have Black Blood. Replaces our starting relic, and it heals for 10 instead of 6. Or we can gain Orrery. I hope I'm saying that right. I feel like that is one word that I can't say. But we can choose and add 5 cards to our deck. I want to... it is going to make our deck a bit fatter, but I want to do this. Let's go grab Orrery. Alright, we gain Warcry. Yeah, let's gain Warcry. What do we have here? We have Clothesline, Flex, and Hemokinesis. I feel like Hemokinesis is going to be a good one. Berserk, Havoc, and Perfected Strike. I want to grab Berserk. We gain another Warcry here, or another Thunderclap. Do we even have a Thunderclap in this deck? We don't have a Thunderclap in this deck. No, let's stick with Warcry. And we then gain Sever Soul, Havoc, or Flame Barrier. We don't have too many abilities that give us much block, so let's go with Flame Barrier. Alright, this is where I'm going to end this episode, but we're going to carry on in the next episode and we're going to proceed to the next level. I'm also going to sort out my my microphone muting, because every time I click off of this full screen mode, the preview window disappears for a little bit. So that was the black screen that you saw earlier. Alright, thank you guys for joining me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.